Hello everyone, I am back from Eurovision, and well, because I don't want to make a separate video explaining my thoughts of Eurovision in a nutshell, I'm just going to do this little skit to explain things. Before semifinal 1. Alright, this is going to be relatively painless. I kind of already have an idea of who's going to get through, so this should be fun. After semifinal 1. You're going to have to pardon my French. What the fuck, Europe? Excuse me? What? You just screwed over half of my favorites. What the actual fuck? Before semifinal 2. Please, just please don't screw over my favorites this time. I'm begging you. After semifinal 2. Well, it could have been worse. Still, I can't believe Romania and Armenia didn't get in. They should have gotten in. Who the fuck let Denmark in? Before grand finals. Oh, please let Netherlands win. Please let Netherlands win. Please let Netherlands win. I might go to Netherlands next year, and I really, really, really want Netherlands to win. Please. After grand final. Oh my god, thank you for letting Netherlands win. I might actually go next year. I'm so happy. And now I'm actually going to get started with the fanfiction reading. I'm going to be reading Hetalia fanfiction, Kidnapped by Sexy Men, Chapter 5. So let's get started. Prussia smirked as he got off of the stool next to you to sit where he originally was. Canada still held the towel to your nose as it started to slow down. That good for nothing Prussian. All he ever does is cause trouble, Canada said in between swipes on the towel to your nose. As your nose finally stopped bleeding, your mind came back to earth. Thanks, Canada, you said as he threw the towel away. It was white, and there was no way that the towel would ever wash out of it. Again. Rest in peace, kitchen towel. You're the first casualty in this story. It's no problem, he said as he took a pan out from under the cabinet. He then took some ingredients out of the fridge and cupboards. At the look of it, he was going to make pancakes. How cute. You are going to watch Canada make pancakes. How many do you want? He asked as he finished mixing the batter. He turned around for you to answer. The smile on his face was just so adorable. You felt like screaming kawaii at him. I don't know if kawaii would really be a good term to describe Canada, because, well, yeah, kawaii often refers to someone that's, like, charming and stuff, and shy, but it also means, like, someone who's vulnerable and childlike, and Canada isn't really that vulnerable, considering that he's a good fuck me, I can't English. He's good at tactical things and is a strong fighter. Two, you slightly stuttered as you looked down. You looked back up in just enough time to catch a smile as he turned around. Oh dear Lord, why was he so cute? Today is my turn. We have to take turns with you. That sounds very perverse out of context. So we won't cause any fighting, he said as he waited for the pancake to cook enough on one side before he flipped it over. Take turns? You asked, like one of those stupid Japanese high school girls from the animes you watch, such as Lucky Star. There were plenty of them in there. He flipped the pancake over as he answered you. Tomorrow you have America. I'll tell you the permanent order. Me, America, Prussia, Italy, England, France, Romano, Germany, Russia, China, and Japan. Thank God they added commas in this. You shivered at this order. You're happy to have America tomorrow. He was one of your first favorites. But Prussia would be hell. You almost gagged as you thought how you might lose your virginity closer than you thought. Sure, he was also one of your first favorites, but Prussia would let... This isn't my bad English, like how I couldn't pronounce tactician. Oh my god, why was I able to pronounce it then? I couldn't pronounce it back then. Somehow I managed to pronounce it then. Wood was obsessed with conquering vital regions. Yeah, I don't have enough time in this video to pretty much tell all about Prush's personality, but he's not obsessed with conquering vital regions. I mean, does anyone freaking remember the episode where he figured out Hungary was female? Like, just saying. You just hope that it wasn't yours. That sounds great, since I get you today, you ever so slightly stuttered. You watched as Canada froze in place. You got worried over the pancake catching on fire and burning the beautiful house down. Even thought it was too soon to say, so you got up off of your stool to see Canada with a huge red blush on his face. Who looks like a tomato now? You asked him as you flipped the pancake for him with an extra spatula. You placed the spatula down, then went to go sit back on the stool. He smiled as you watched Canada pull out a plate to put the finished pancake on. He then poured some new batter in the pan. You patiently waited as he cooked for you. How cute, Canada was cooking for you. The thought sent another blush to your cheeks. It seemed slightly boyfriend-like. You mentally smacked yourself for thinking that. No, bad Jessica. You weren't even close yet to think of these men like that yet. You barely knew them in person that much. But you knew everything about them. Mostly because of the anime. And like the Cold War was just, where the fuck did the topic of the world of the Cold War come from? That came out of freaking nowhere. You didn't want to think about it because you might bleed, because, I forgot to put you in here. You might just bleed up the nose again. Bleed of the nose. Bleed of the nose! Are you kidding me? Because the looming threat of nuclear war and countries being torn apart by war and awful regimes is totally sexy. As you started thinking about how your parents wouldn't care if you were gone, I don't know about the rest of you, but my mom would be freaking out. Like, I'm an adult. I'm 20 years old, even if I don't sound like it. My phone would be blowing up with calls, and I can't imagine what would be going on online. You didn't notice the plate of fluffy pancakes with warm maple syrup and a square of butter on top of it. You picked up your fork and knife and began to cut the fluffy flat cakes. As you lifted up a piece of the pancake to your mouth, you thought you were in heaven. You know, I can't even bitch about these grammar issues. I'm kind of in a hurry because there's supposed to be a storm in my area. The taste was undescribable, and no words could describe the taste of this heave that was simply made by Canada's hands. I love you slipped out of your mouth as you were in a dream of perfect tasting food. Isn't it a bit too soon to tell a man you just met that you love them? Just saying. You watched as Canada sat next to you with a huge blush on his face. His hand started shaking as he picked up his eating utensils. Remember what I taught you when you were little, Matthew, France said from the other room. You blushed as you thought of what France could have taught Canada when he was younger. You then blushed when Canada took your hand and waited for you to look at him. As you turned your head, you seen this huge blush and how embarrassed he was. You're welcome, he said before he let go of your hand, leaving it very close to fainting Jessica staring down at her shoes. I may love you too, you heard him stutter. Bitch, she is way too young for you. Okay, now that was it. You hurried up and finished your food. As soon as you why can't I English properly? You're dished. Yup. Do the sink. You silently waited as the blushing Canada finished before you sat back down. What do you plan on doing today? You asked him as he looked down. Oh, now this was bad. Your brave side had come out. Canada looked back up with a smile on his face. After a few seconds, he lost the smile and looked back down. I don't know if you'll want to, but maybe we can go to the park. So many fucking stutters. I used to work with somebody with a slight stuttering problem. They didn't stutter this much. Even I stutter sometimes. I don't stutter this much. Just... This is as bad as... You know how in bad Hetalia fanfictions when Sweden is sort of accent is typed out that way? It is so bad. I can't tell what is being said. He could be saying, I fuck sheep for a living, for all I know. He asked you with his head down. You then smiled. That sounded nice. All right, you said as you jumped down from the stool again. You then stood up, and that's when you noticed how freaking tall Canada was. You would almost have to slightly lift your head up if it weren't for your high-top shoes. Your shoes gave you about 2 extra inches, and they made you about 5'7", and Canada was 5'10". I'm taller than all of you. Like, 5 foot... I'm 5'11" inches, almost 6 feet tall, or 1.8 meters for everyone else that uses the metric system. I still don't know why we don't use the metric system. How can such a tall guy be so cute? I'm not even going to comment on that. You then thought of an episode when Canada was late to a meeting, and when he arrived, he was acting uke. I hate the semi-uke concept. Just screw that concept. It's not a realistic representation of what gay couples are. And was rambling about his disaster that morning. And the saddest thing about that episode, no one remembered Canada, not even his big brother France. But in the end, you knew who he was, in your room as you watched the episode. That last sentence is a fragment, but whatever. He gets it from me, France said as he passed you two in the kitchen to go to the next room. Shall we go then? Canada said. From behind you, you turned around and then smiled. Sure. Skip the park. Also skip any character. I can't freaking English. Character development. There. Why can't I English today? You stomped into the house and stomped straight to your room. You closed the door and huffed as you landed onto your bed. This feels like the end of some story about the worst first date you've been on. I just stomped in the house and stomped straight to my room and closed the door and huffed. Damn little kids, how could they think Canada was a ghost? Couldn't they see he was a person, a living being, a Canadian? You hated how people never knew who he was. He was a personification of a country. How could you not notice Canada? He was cute, sexy in Canada. You huffed as you buried your head in a pillow and screaming. Are you all right, my lady? I'm sorry, but after listening to so many stories about Reddit nice guys and neckbeards, every time I see this sentence, are you all right, my lady, or hear somebody say that, I automatically assume it's a nice guy or neckbeard. Just automatically. You heard a very British gentleman said. Wait, gentlemen. They put gentlemen with an E in it instead of an A, so that implies that there's more than one person. You put your pillow down and slightly jumped. How the hell did England get in here? It's magic. Okay, you said as you tried to settle down. But how could you? He was England. England, the one with the British accent, bushy eyebrows, and used to be a sexy pirate. Spoiler alert, pirates in real life weren't that sexy. Not that he wasn't still sexy. Now he was a sexy gentleman. All right, you said as he took a loose strand of your hair and placed it behind your ear. He squeaked at the slight brush of his hand against your cheek. A blush crept to your face as he cracked a small smile. You look so cute like that, he said as he got up and started to leave the room. I'll see you later, dear, he said before he walked out, leaving you on your bed, blushing badly. You looked down as you thought. The damn Brit, he almost made me pee my pants. What, out of fright or because you're aroused? I can't tell. You turned around in your bed. The day had gone by fast. I'm sorry, my throat just decided to die on me. The day had gone by fast. Canada came to your room to eat dinner with you on the rooftop. How romantic of him. He still acted like a Canadian, and you couldn't wait until his French came out. Just his French. Bonjour. As you turned around in your bed, you decided to check what time it was. Seems like morning since you could tell it was light outside from behind your eyelids. Wait, you can tell that? You did start to rise up from your bed only to push back down by arms? I mean, what else would they be? Tentacles? Nice. Tentacles. I need to stop this, otherwise this video will be taken down. Your eyes shot open as you looked to see who it was. America, you yelled as his smiling face mocked you. You blushed badly as you laughed. Am I too late for this meme? I put it in my script, but I don't know. I might be too late for this meme. Whatever, I'm late to everything. Look out. I think Moto Moto likes you. I should get smacked for that. The hero is ready to spend his respected day with you, he shouted before snuggling close to you and placing his face in your head and sniffing. What are you, a dog? You're not a doggo. Stop sniffing. And despite what my username says, I'm not a doggo. You almost cried. You were so happy. America was holding you in bed. And was holding you in bed. Oh, fuck me. That was 2 different sentences. Wait, that sounded wrong. You decided to check to make sure your clothes were... Your clothes... Oh. Okay. And you immediately regretted it. Of course, your clothes were on, but America was only wearing boxers. Jessica, why is your nose bleeding? I'll go get a towel, America yelled as he got up and ran out of the door. Your nose started bleeding more. You caught a pretty good glimpse of his hamburger boxers. Okay. That's everything. I just ended things abruptly because, yeah. That's everything. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.